Yo, what's poppin', guys? Welcome back to a brand new fucking episode of Everything Avatar. And today we got a versus matchup for y'all. We're gonna have Tarlok versus Ming. Now, just for the sake of this video actually being competitive, we're gonna take bloodbending out of the equation. Obviously, if bloodbending wasn't the equation, this shit it wouldn't even be a conversation. So, for the
Yeah,
sake of an interesting video, bloodbending is not gonna be included while considering this matchup. And today I'm with my boy from Avatar Fanatic.
yep,
He's gonna be the guest for today's video.
yep, it's
Say what's
me.
up.
Go over, sub to my channel if you want some Avatar content. Uh, Hopefully, he'll put it in the description. Hopefully, yes. All right.
Word. So his channel's PG-13, so bro, you
Oh,
can curse on here. I don't know if you want to, but
oh no, I do
you are
curse on
allowed to
here. I've
curse on
done
here.
it. I've cursed on your channel, not on mine. Just
All right.
personal. Yeah.
So let's get popping with this shit, bro. So our first category because the way we're gonna structure this video is there's gonna be five categories, and whoever has the majority once after considering all five is gonna be the winner. So the first category we have set up for you guys is agility.
Yep. So
Agility, this one isn't even close in my opinion.
yeah.
If you've watched the show, you know, Legend of Korra, you'll see right away that Minghua is basically fucking Spider-Man when it comes to her agility. She uses her, water arms because she doesn't have actual arms. She uses her makeshift arms as like, grappling hooks and grabs onto things and swings around like Spider-Man. So, you know, Tarlok doesn't use too much agility when he fights. He has good defense, but we haven't seen a lot of agility from him while Minghua's agility is like top tier. So I don't think this category is very close, and I'm gonna give this one to Minghua.
Yeah, I'd personally give this one easily not even close to Minghua as well. I mean, she's basically like one of those like stick figures in the mobile games who just like go on the ropes across the buildings and shit. You know what I'm
She
talking about? Like she just like scales across things with such control, and like she
yeah.
just like goes across like
Yeah, as
an
well I say
area that
she's
like
like Spider-Man.
she's kind of
Like in
like an
her fight against
airbender,
the
but like
twins,
just like with the water arms.
she fucking trashed them using her agility, swinging from spike to spike.
Yeah, no, like uh, Desna and Eska, I think it was. Edna and
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, they
Either
got
way,
fucking clapped.
oh no, they got absolutely destroyed. Put in like ice, completely immobilized. But that was just due to her agility. They just couldn't react fast enough at all.
Yeah, she's
It,
also really fucking quick.
yeah. Let's go to the let's go to the next category here. We got bending power. So personally, I feel like Tarlok would probably edge Ming Hua over this one. He has a lot more um, oomph to his attacks, a lot more power generally. I feel like he's probably the more talented bender when it comes to just getting an attack off. Um, his attacks seem to like hurt people more. Uh, Korra, with Korra, I'm pretty sure like when he was just throwing things out of like this this like water ball. He's throwing like ice spikes. Even those ice spikes were just like hurting Korra. She couldn't do anything, so she had to put up an earth wall. And if if his bending power wasn't that good, he wouldn't have any edge against Korra, honestly.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, when it comes to power, it's just another way you can read how much power somebody has. Sorry, there was a motorcycle
It was a car or
driving down
something.
my
Yeah.
street.
Well,
Another way you can observe someone's power when they're fighting is like how much of that element they're bending at once. So like with Minghua, she doesn't tend to use too much water while bending, where she kind of just makes use of her makeshift arms, and that's about it. Like just uses that water.
yeah.
While you have Tarlok who will bend a lot more water that he has at his disposal. At
Yeah.
his I don't even know. I lost my train of thought
At
for a
his
second. Sorry.
repertoire. Like,
Repertoire.
hell yeah. Yeah, I think we're both in agreement that that Tarlock would take this category at least. So let's
Yeah.
move on to the third category.
The third category we have here for you guys is technique, well, bending technique. This one is really damn close. Like this one's fucking close.
Yeah.
I had a hard time coming up with an answer for this one. And I actually had to go back and watch some footage of them bending to, you know, really decide whose technique I thought was better because it is really close. They're both very technical and precise,
Yeah, you
and
gotta make up your
you can
mind.
really see that they're polished benders with a ton of experience. But I would have to give the slight technical edge to Ming Hua kind of because that's kind of just her whole little gimmick. Her whole gimmick when her whole fighting gimmick is, her immense technique that she uses to, get the edge over her opponents despite the fact that she doesn't have fucking arms. This bitch is a cripple.
Yeah. If we're talking like this is without bloodbending, this battle, but if we're talking with bloodbending, I think it's undisputable that's probably Tarlok. Without it, Tarlok does do a lot of things right. He can create ice balls, ice shards out of thin air. I don't even know how he did it. Like to be honest, um, he can completely just like even with bloodbending, even if you like acknowledge that, it makes you show that he has huge control with like his surroundings and like how he can like uh give off his water bending because like the body's basically water. So if you can control a body that well, you can control water that well. And it's the same with Ming Hua. You see her beating up certain, I think, White Lotus guards to go save Pali. Uh, and she just controls with her Spider-Man arms going across like things like Spider-Man, and she just controls herself perfectly as well. But I think, um, moreover, I think that Minghua would probably edge bending technique when it all came down to it, without blood bending.
Yeah, and that was category number three. We're gonna move on to our fourth category that we have prepared for you guys here, and this category is the defense. Now, again, this is one of those categories where I don't think it's too close. This one is, was pretty had a pretty noticeable skill gap when it came to defense. Just watching
Yeah.
over the footage of, all of the bending scenes, you could easily tell that Ming Hua doesn't necessarily rely on defense much. It's just kind of, you know, full throttle offense, a good defense is an even better offense, kind of thing. Where you have
Honestly,
Tarlok, who actually it does have very good defense, and you really did see that his creative display of defense in his fight against Korra, where he displayed more defense in that fight than Ming Hua did, throughout the whole show.
in all honesty, the only piece of defense I ever saw Minghua do, to my remembrance at least, was when Mako, when he like jumped over her like water arm thing, and he was going in for a counter punch, and then Minghua just like iced his hand, completely stopped him, and then pinned his hand on the wall. And
Yeah,
I that's like the only piece of defense I remember Minghua doing. Now I wondered the battle
even
that
that
time.
defense is a counter attack.
Yeah, like I don't think she like, I don't think she cares. Like she doesn't
Yeah,
care if she takes the hit. I mean, most of her body is kind of just water. I feel like it's not as big of a deal if she does get hit with a shot as someone like Tarlok would. You hit someone's arm, like Tarlok's actual arm, for example, to stop him from bending like as effectively. Let's say, um, it'll hurt him more than Ming Hua if you just stop her water bending momentarily because she's just gonna bring it back. It's not like you can do
yeah,
anything. Yeah, like her
she can
limbs are
regrow her limbs.
her limbs are basically like boneless, but it's just water instead. Yeah. So like defense, obviously just Tarlock is not all that close though. Now the overall last category we have here, the fifth and final one, is attack.
All right, so attack. Now this one, although it is very close, especially if we were obviously we could say this with every category. If we were to bring bloodbending into the equation, this like, Tarlock would mop the floor with it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be too close because bloodbending is just that overpowered. But even with bloodbending taken out of the equation, I do think that this attack category is actually pretty damn close. Minghua is basically only offense with very, very little defense.
Tarlok's
But
more balanced.
when it comes to attack, I do think that it is pretty damn close. But I'm gonna have to give the slight edge to Minghua just because that's her whole thing. That's her specialty, and she's amazing at it. She is super precise with her attacks. She's very, very quick, and it's almost hard to predict what she's gonna do because she's so agile. And
Yeah,
the
because you can't
agility also
react to
plays
everything. Yeah.
into her offense heavily.
It's a huge edge she has with her agility that puts her over the top with her offense, in my opinion. Tarlok is the much more big, burly, sturdy fighter who just goes off. He's more flat-footed but more powerful in attack, while Minghua has more maneuverability, can hit you from any angle. Kind of like kind of reminds me of like Azula when it comes to her. She's very agile and very um, persistent with her attacks, and like if you're not good at bending, you're gonna have a huge uh, problem and a hard time stopping her when it comes to bending.
All right, so that was our fifth and final category, with our final score adding up to rounds 1, 3, and 5 going to Minghua, and rounds 2 and 4 going to Tarlok, make, making the score 3-2 in Minghua's favor.
What would be your score? What would be your overall best of 10 score? Your opinion?
I would, I think I would give it 7-3 with bloodbending taken out of the equation, of course,
To who?
in Minghua's favor.
All right. Um, I personally would give the edge to Tarlok 6-4. Very close. I think it could go either way, but I do think Tarlok has a definitive enough edge to give him a win.
All right. Well, that's the end of the video. If you guys had a different scoring, you think we're idiots, and you want to go correct us, do that shit in the comments.
Hell yeah.
No hard feelings. Curse me out if you want to.
Yep.
This has been Everything Avatar. I'm here with my boy, the Avatar Fanatic. Make sure you guys go check out his channel. He posts some dope shit. I know you're gonna enjoy it. Go fuck with the homie.
Yeah, go sub to the channel. Sub to both of our channels. Like his videos, like all my videos. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Everything Avatar out, and it's me, the Avatar Fanatic, also out. Boom. Ka-chow.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.